We're a whopping 2 weeks into the skill tree update, everyone, with still no official word of its release date, and this here is but its second hotfix. So, yep, that should tell you all you need to know about how people feel about it, as well as give you an idea of what to expect from this very list of tweaks scrolling past your eyeballs now. But spoiler alert, our fun and games are potentially ruined, as things are not all sunshine and rainbows any longer. Let's discuss. And perhaps clarify, as I'm really only referring to Woody mains, that is, as sorry Canadians, your punches just got nerfed. Not by too much, mind, as a Weremoose's Slam has gone from 136 damage per combo to 119 overall, as you can see, but I can't really understand the complaints around it, especially when you combine it with the nerf to Weremoose's health regeneration, as then we can easily start to question what the heck Clay actually believes the moose is for at the end of the day. Again, it's not much, but it has been halved to roughly 1.5 health every 5 seconds over the original 3, so it is a factor in certain situations for sure. Minus ones where planar damage and defense come into play, I suppose, as now the guy has a little more of the latter, meaning he's only taken 11 damage from the rather OP Deadly Bright Shades, which are mobs that deal 100 base damage and 30 planar themselves, but still, they are actually kinda questionable nerfs. There is some good to take away from all this, though, as even their werebeaver quote-unquote nerfs aren't really impactful, as not only is the tail slam still incredibly powerful, it's actually more efficient than ever, as they reduced how much wear meter it costs to actually do it, down to 5 per slam in the event. You can't do any math. To continue though, Woody's already rather enticing hardwood hat not only just got a slight durability boost, but is now actually fuel for our fires once it is weak enough as well. That and straw hats, as you can see. But finally, Clay also went and upped the required nightmare fuel for tree guard idols to 5 over the original and kinda laughable 1. They're still pretty cheap, but our dreams of massive wood armories are a bit dashed following today. Make notes. But now comes Wormwood to kinda save the whole bloody day, as Clay must have heard our pleas, as now they have more interactions with bees, as not only will killer bees still not bother them, their ability to not disturb bee boxes has indeed been added. So harvest the goo, everyone. To continue, an actual photosynthesis perk has indeed come and replaced Wormwood's petal production thing, but before you get up in arms about Wormwood being able to heal through other means, know that it's super slow. Like, super duper slow. Folks, we are talking like 1 health every 20 seconds here. That is nothing to get in a bind over, and it's actually kind of fun to see more blooming things beyond farming, which is exactly why I'm going to save the new farming perk till last, as we've got other crap to discuss. Literally, the Seraph of Ipakaka has underwent a huge buff, in all honesty, as it will now only damage stuff for 5 health every few seconds, all the while tripling the amount of manure beefalo and pigs give us per 1 feeding. Now that is rather interesting considering how cheap the syrup is, as anything to help us make more compost rafts now should actually be very welcomed, as they too got positively tweaked. Now I can't actually show you how fast wormwood fertilizes themselves, as things are a bit done broken at the moment, but just imagine smearing poop on your face like you did before, but you know, doing it quicker now. Bramble Trap should hopefully rise up your list rather quick as well, as with the Bramble Trap Specialist perk there, they not only don't hurt other players anymore, yes, even without Bramble armor on, but a blooming wormwood automatically resets them without lifting a finger. Now this is an additive perk to a pre-existing mechanic that I really like to see in all the skill trees. And you know, it might actually be incredibly OP if you bring a boss to it. If you want me to test that, let me know. Moving on though, it's time we wrap things up nicely with the reduction to the cost of berry bushes here, as well as the updated farmhand perk I alluded to that allows for Wormwood to pick farm-specific crops at lightning speeds. Enjoy it all, folks, as I think Clay actually did a pretty decent job, all things considered. But while the video probably should end here, Clay's job isn't finished, which means ours ain't either. For you see, this skill trees update also began with tweaks to both our Bright Shade and Void gears, but I imagine a lot of you don't remember that. The umbrella here can now be placed on the ground to create a safe area for all instead of 1, but after today, this bubble also protects all fires from rain as well. Now this could be pretty neat in certain scenarios, but my fear is that by the time we actually get the umbrella, we aren't really using torches and such. So yeah, this Reaper buff, however, is one that absolutely should be noted, as while we already benefited from set bonus nonsense without the full set on, something that still doesn't quite sit right with me all these weeks later, the cowl now grants that additional 10% Reaper damage mechanic, so that's nice. All Bright Shade and Void gear will no longer break, as we know, but now they've actually got new red borders to mark that very same thing, and all survivors are gonna have quotes for them too. Be mindful though, with the introduction of repair kits, Clay has also gone and removed our ability to actually prototype any of this gear, so these crafting stations you see are now essential forever. But speaking of things that are somewhat along this line, Clay has also gone and tweaked how quote-unquote construction stations have worked, and now they can be hammered at any time to help get all of our inserted loot back. Well, kind of it seems, as the new pillars do seem to either work a little differently, or they're just done broken right now. But finally, some snazzy, sneaky, and new main menu music to wrap it all up. Give it a listen. And there you have it, everyone. Hotfix number 2 for Don't Starve Together's new skill tree update, and a major one at that. As always, a link to this very post will be down below for you to read yourself, as chances are a few of these bug fixes will actually interest you too. But expect me to stay on top of whatever else needs it up until this thing actually frickin' comes out. But thanks for watching, folks. Well wishes to all, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.